I just found out that intercom is actually the voice of God. So I'm going to pray to him real quick, and if y'all can just give me a brief moment. Okay. Dear God, thank you. Thank you for everything. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for just giving me a second chance at life. Thank you for just being there for me. A couple of weeks back, I prayed for a Bentley. And I'm still waiting on the answer. I know I got to be patient. But do you have any reply on that prayer? God?
I don't believe you filled out the proper
Well, I'll get back to you on that. Okay. Today I want to talk to you about opportunity. All of our lives can be characterized by opportunities. The opportunities we make the most of, the opportunities we ignore when we shouldn't have, the opportunities that God has that we don't have. Our experience with and preparation of opportunity makes us who we are today. In addition to a loving family and a strong community, my life was drastically changed when I had the opportunity to go into a new field and learn a new trade. The Sustainability Institute, if you can please stand. The Sustainability Institute invested in me when no other place would. It gave me a purpose when other purposes were only of advertising the job. Now that I'm a part of something bigger than myself, something innovative and exciting that enables me to provide opportunities to others in my neighborhood, community, and country. Every time I weatherize a home, I'm helping someone in my community to have lower energy bills, to be more comfortable and reduce their impact on our environment. Now I'm a crew leader of the Sustainability Institute Energy Conservation Corps, on my way to receiving a building analysis certification and starting up my own business. I am proud of where I am now and where I'm going, but it's the opportunity that got me here. After a sea of missed and missing opportunities that I want to talk about today. I was born on January 12, 1981, but I'm not going to go back that far. I always had a lot of friends. Matter of fact, one of my friends are here now. If you please stay. Did well in school, excelled at football, basketball, and track. In 2001, I joined the Marines. Simple five, Devil Dub, simple five. While I enlisted, I got into financial trouble and started selling marijuana. If you would allow me, I would like to explain some of the things that I used to do long time. One situation was I was stationed in 29 Palms, California, and where that is very close to certain places. And I was just loose as the goose, man. I was just spending my money how I would spend it and didn't even care. I was in one club, a certain kind of club, and every time I would go to this ATM machine, it was a $13 fee just to use the machine. And I went to that machine like 4 or 5 times one day. So I was just wasting my money, not managing correctly and just not caring. So when I got stationed to North Carolina, I started getting into trouble with my command, having all kind of debt, not paying my bills, anything. So I started selling marijuana in prison. Well, actually, my girlfriend was selling it for me, but I got greedy, so I started selling it. One thing led to another. I got locked up in a break, 13 months in a break. Only thing to say about that, it was a good experience, a bad experience, but I still got paid while I was in jail. Funny does that. I don't know how that happened, but thank God it did. I was sentenced to 13 months in jail and received a bad conduct discharge. It's not a dishonorable discharge, but it's very close. I can't get no state jobs, I can't get no federal jobs, I can't apply for certain benefits that other civilians can, and it was just hard. So afterwards, I moved back to Charleston, In 2006, I was up to the same old things, just not caring about my life. I was doing drugs, marijuana, cocaine, not crack, just cocaine. And it was just, I didn't care. So one time I was trafficking, I was in the Sofa Superstore truck, and I had a sale in Kiowa Island, and I was in Walterboro. If anybody knows what that is, that's a little skip. I had to be in Kiowa Island by a certain time, and I was behind schedule, so I was kind of speeding in the Superstore truck. I also had drugs on me. Once election began, I got pulled over, went to jail. I was sentenced to 7 years for trafficking and burglary second degree. While in jail, I worked to change myself for the better. I tutored people to help them get their GED, and after 2.5 years, I was released on parole. Sometime in life, you can literally feel the end of a chapter and the beginning of another. Like I was saying before, nobody wants to go to jail. But that second time in 2006, me going to jail was the best thing that ever happened. I remember when my parole was coming up, talking on the phone to my girlfriend at the time. You can't be released on parole without a job lined up. Even though she was the manager at McDonald's, who hired everybody, she just wouldn't give me the position. And I was real upset. Upset to the point one of the guys I was close to in jail, he gave me a light push on the back. And I wasn't ready to be, this wasn't the moment to be playing around, so I pushed him back real hard. He took a magazine, he rolled it up, and he hit me back in the head. At that moment in time, I had a choice to make. I can either defend my pride and fight this man and lose my parole, or I can act like a punk, excuse me, and just go back to my room and lay down and still have parole. So that's what I did, and that's how I'm here now. I was proud of how I changed, and I hope society would be too. A few weeks later, after I was released, I applied to work at Chick-fil-A in my community, and I was sharp, just like I am now. My answers were good, but when it came to the criminal history, that's where we had trouble. So I handed my application, and he's looking over it, good, we need this, good. When he got to it, he was like, I saw you had a criminal history before. I told him trafficking and burglary second. His reply was, tell you what, hold on to this application. What? It's my job to fill out the application and give it to you so you can hold it. What good is it going to do for me to hold it? So right then and there, I was real mad, real upset. I wanted to go back to the things I were doing. And to comment on that, doing wrong is so easy. Selling drugs is so easy. Yeah, you have more consequences for doing it because it's against the law, but it's so easy. It's so easy to tear down something than it is to pull it up. And that's where I was with myself. I just wanted to go back doing things that were easy, knowing that I can't get nothing from it. So I prayed, I talked to my mom, I talked to my dad, I asked them for support, and they just kept helping me. They just kept supporting me. And they introduced me to my pastor now, and who introduced me to Nelson B. Rivers III. He directed me towards Pastor Bradley, who also works for the ECC. Pastor Bradley introduced me to the Sustainability Institute, who welcomed me with open arms, and who have continued to support and encourage me through their irreplaceable education, training, and guidance. I feel passionate about serving in my community as a part of the Sustainability Institute, an environmental nonprofit which has reduced energy use in Charleston's built environment since 1999. I remember one homeowner I worked with named Ms. Grant. Her energy bill was like around $600 a month. That's a lot of money. She was really struggling to make ends meet, taking care of her son, who was her first priority, and everything else came second. Her son was in a bad accident. He's paralyzed from the waist down, and they don't have really good insurance. So a lot of her money was going out of pocket straight to the doctors. And just by me being there, just by me communicating with them, building a relationship with them, we still talk to this day. She texts me, happy birthday, Merry Christmas, and I do the same for her. Me and her son are big Dallas Cowboy fans, and you rock. The rest of y'all.
I'm popping Cowboy.
When we were working in her home, I made it a point to help out in any way possible. So upon completion of her home repairs, and we exchanged phone numbers to stay in touch. To this day, her son and I still remain best of friends. And what makes the situation so great is that we are Cowboy fans, like I said. Oh yeah, we got her energy bills down to $150 a month. We help homeowners by making their houses more comfortable and their energy bills more affordable. We help the under and unemployed by providing them with skills necessary to enter the workforce of the new and fast-growing field of building performance. We help the environment by teaching citizens the importance of energy efficiency and help them implement affordable measures. And we help the economy by creating demand and jobs in building performance. Last year alone, the Sustainability Institute upgraded 101 homes with an average projected energy savings of 25%. I graduated at the top of my class in the Pathways to the Green Economy program. I then joined the Energy Conservation Corps, and the program partnered with AmeriCorps. I became a certified BPI technician, and I was named 2012's Core Network Member of the Year. Did I mention I've been to the White House 2 times since I've been released? My story is amazing because it's so hard to find opportunities in my community. I have a lot of friends who do the same thing over and over and over again. And for me to get out of that situation, it just shows to me if you put your mind to it, if you really concentrate on doing right, surround yourself by positive people, such as the Sustainability Institute, the sky's the limit. I was nominated to be on the National Council of Young Leaders, which is a nationwide youth. They're very, sorry. They're concentrating, we are concentrating strictly on youth, on how to find better ways to improve youth, improve opportunities. I've met with Secretary of Education, Andrew Duncan. I've met with the Department of Justice, Department of Labor. I've met with Obama's administration, Rodney Cho, who was the liaison to youth for Obama. And we are trying to set up a sit-down with Obama himself. I hope Michelle is there. But it's just amazing. 2009, I never would have thought 3 years later I would have been walking around in the White House. 3 years later, I would have been standing in front of y'all making my speech. 3 years later, I had my own landscaping business. I'm trying to start my own weatherization business. We're starting a nonprofit organization called Breaking Down Barriers, where we just help anybody with any kind of barrier. Your car won't stop, we got you. You need education, we got you. You need to change a tire, we got you. Anything. Any kind of barrier you can think of, we want to be able to help. I'm also trying to write a book. It's called J.R. Daniels' Story, From the Jailhouse to the White House. And I think it would be a very, very motivational to people who are still going through what I went through. There is no excuse. If you go out there, you can get it. If you remain focused, you can achieve it. And that's what I'm about now. So I thank you for listening.
Our panels are going to have a hard act to follow them. We're confident that they will. Folks, we planned this. It's not a happy accident that this all came together. We wanted to start today with